All right. Good evening, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Oracle Database Learning. Today, day 7, we're going to learn the environment setup and also the Linux fundamentals and introduction to the Linux. So, yeah, we'll go to these slides. Let me know if you guys are able to see my screen. Okay. So, I will walk you guys through this software downloads. So you need to download certain softwares for our lab environments. So first one is a Linux ISO file, which will be available in the Red Hat development site, which is an official site. You can go ahead and download this Linux ISO. Till 10, I think we have 7 to 10 Red Hat version. We will be working on the Red Hat Enterprise Linux only, all these lab experiments. Okay. So you will be able to download Red Hat 8 onwards. Okay, Red Hat 7 is out of support. Red Hat 8 to Red Hat 10, whichever ISO you want to download, you can download. Okay. I'm going to use 8.6, Red Hat 8.6 for the Oracle database installation and everything. And then Oracle database software, you can download this Oracle database software from the e-delivery, Oracle e-delivery site I have shown you during our initial session site. So e-delivery site, you can download the Oracle software. So you just need to create your own account for both Red Hat and Oracle. Okay. So Red Hat development side, you can create your Gmail account, give the Gmail ID, and create a password. So your account will be created. And the same account details you need to give while you are registering after the installation of your operating system as well. So keep remembering those credentials also. Same Oracle also. In the future, if you want to download grid infrastructure or ASM libraries, anything, that you can use the same account, login ID and password. Keep remembering of Oracle Oracle's password also, Oracle e-delivery login and password also. So that is the place where you can download all the softwares. And the third one is VMware Workstation download. So I will be sharing the links with you all for all this, Linux, Oracle, VMware, and WinSCP download also you need to do, and Putty also, Putty Mobile Extreme. So WinSCP, Putty, Mobile Extreme are the tools which basically connects to your Linux server. Okay, WinSCP where you can copy files, and Mobile Extreme also you can copy files directly from your local machine to the Linux machine. Okay, and Putty you can connect to your server and perform your administrative activities through the command line. Okay, so you can see. I will just a minute. Okay. Mm. Excuse me. So you can download softwares with these links. I will anyways share all these informations. with you. Post this class, I will share you these details with you all. Okay. VMware, RHEL ISO, and database software, and then Putty, WinSCP, Mobile Extreme. You can download from their sites itself. Okay. I will share this document with you all. Uh, Here we will install the VMware workstation, and you can use a VMware or VirtualBox, whatever, for the virtualization creation. Okay, and we will install the Red Hat operating system, RHEL 8.6 or 9.6 or 10, whatever version you wanted to install, you can install. Okay, and fourth one is install tools to connect the Linux server. These are the tools: WinSAP, Putty, and Mobile Extreme. Today we will do that. Okay, and I will show you how you can install the Linux machine on top of your VMware. Okay. Mm, okay. So I have already installed the Linux on my Windows machine. It's straightforward. It is a .exe. Okay. So it is version, what version we have. Okay, 17.6.1 built. It's a pro version. You will be able to download with the link I have shared. I will be sharing with you. So you can download, and key is also there. So don't update this tool. Okay, if you update, the license will be wiped out. So you can use the temporary license with the same version. Okay, don't try to upgrade or update this tool particularly. So then this is how pane looks like. This is your work area. Okay, so this entire thing. So if you want to create a virtual machine, you can just simply click on create new virtual machine. Okay, then it will ask typical or custom. I'll just give a typical. Okay, simple way I will create. Okay, so then installer disk image ISO file it is asking for. Okay, so let me browse the ISO file. Uh, very okay, where is softwares? Yes, RHL. Yeah, 8 and I have 9.6 also. I will go ahead and install the 8.6 here. Okay. Okay. I will install the operating system later, or you can I'll give this option. Okay. So it's a Linux, Red Hat 8, Red Hat Enterprise 8, and then next. And what is the virtual machine that you want to create? Name your virtual machine. Can mention lab underscore Linux. Okay, you can change later this machine name also, not a problem. I'm just creating, and the default location can be changed and edited. Okay, we'll save this in the VMware data, or I will make a new folder. within the VMware data. This is Linux underscore lab underscore Linux, right? So lab underscore Linux. I've created it. So this is where the your entire files will be stored, and then you can give a disk size minimum. You can give a 20 GB or 30 GB, whatever. So I'm giving 20 GB. We don't need a huge disk space at this point of time. We're just trying to set up the lab. So so you can store this virtual disk as a single file. Okay. So if we split multiple files, it will be difficult for it to identify and copy things. Okay. I'm just creating a single disk file with 20 GB, and then create next. So memory it is asking. Okay, you can customize this hardware. Okay, if you give a 2 GB minimum, it will be sufficient for you to run your Linux machine, or 1 GB also it can run. No worries on that. Linux is compatible to run with 2 GB or 4 GB. Okay, so to make it more faster, I'm giving 4 GB of RAM. Okay, I'm giving 4 GB of RAM. I'm giving 4 GB. Okay, processor I'm giving. You can give any, like, based on your CPU, your host CPU. You can give the processor. Okay, so what is the workload you have currently having? Based on that, you can choose one processor or two processor. Okay, I'll try to give two processor. Okay, cores, two cores. Let me. Okay. Mm, network adapter. Let it be with the same NAT. It'll share the host IP, like your Windows IP, to the Linux machine as well. So you don't need USB control or a sound card, anything. Okay, we are good. You can still add additional network adapter or SCSI drivers or something. Okay, but we don't need anything of them. So at this moment, okay. So close. We have added things and finish. That's all. Your new machine is created here, and that will be shown here. Okay, you can favorite it also. You can reduce this pen size, and then simply power on this virtual machine. I've left the configuration, like drive sizes and all, with the default. Okay, let it take whatever the sizes it really wanted to. Okay, so your installation started. Operating system not found. Okay.
Yes, not choose that use of it.
Yeah. ISO file I did not choose, I guess. Trying to come out. Control plus Alt I need to give. Okay. Okay, let me power off this. Shut down the guest. I've given the ISO file, but let me see. You can check the virtual machine settings. Edit virtual machine. Okay, so auto detected is there. Okay, I've given while choosing it. Okay, and where is it? Where is it? Softwares. Yes. Okay, I'm given RHL 8.10. Okay, so now we'll see. Yeah, it is taking. To come out from this, if you click on this particular area, your mouse will not be uh, shown. So if you wanted to see your mouse cursor again, just click on control plus alt so that it will come out. Now you can see it came out. So once I click on this page, it will be gone. If you wanted to see again, control alt, it will come out. It will take some time since I have given 4 GB RAM and 2 processor. It'll be quicker only. Okay, so generally to spin up these missions, virtual missions, uh, your host should be enabled with the virtualization. Okay, so you can do that. Go to the boot menu and no change some virtual settings. Okay, virtual parameter setting you need to change in your operating system, Windows. Go to the boot setting and change that. Then only you will be able to create these virtual machines. So for some machines, hypervisor will be there. Some machines, some parameters will be there. Okay, you need to figure it out. What is the parameter that you need to enable on your laptop based on your make model. You cannot straightforwardly install the VMware or VirtualBox and start your virtual machines creations and running them. You need to enable first that parameter in your boot menu. Have you guys worked on the VMware before? VMware or any virtualization softwares?
I worked on VirtualBox,
Okay,
also
virtual.
VMware also.
Okay, Justin and Carl, what about you?
Yeah, uh,
Okay,
not the Linux, the Windows.
okay, Windows you have. Okay, yeah, but you have the basic idea how to
Yes, yes.
set
Yep.
the machine and all.
Mhm.
Okay. So meanwhile it is installing, I'll just give you an introduction to the Linux. So let's have a walkthrough on that. As soon as it's set up, we can bring back that. Okay. So introduction. What is Linux? What is your understanding on Linux? So Linux is one among operating system, right? one among the operating systems. This is a open source, okay, and you all know what is open source, right? The source code is available for all public, okay. So this is a open source operating system, okay, and also this is very robust operating system as well, okay, and it has a very good security in terms of managing security, firewall. It is a bit more efficient than the other operating systems we have, okay, and then it is also very lightweight in the sense, like, you can have this software installed with the minimum requirements as well, 2 GB or 4 GB, and lesser CPUs also you can utilize and install this Linux operating system. As a database administrator, you must know the operating system on which the database is installed, okay. Yeah, Linux or Unix, whatever, okay. So most of the cases, the Oracle database software will be installed on the Linux only. 99.9% is Oracle will be installed on Linux only. Okay. So I will cover all the essential Linux concepts and some of the distributions as well. So Red Hat is one among those distributions. We have also Oracle, its own enterprise Linux, Oracle Enterprise Linux we have, and we have SUSE, we have Fedora, Ubuntu, different distributions we have in the Linux. So you need to know how to operate your database with your Linux machine. Okay. So if you know better how you can manage the basic stuffs on your operating system, it will be more easier for you to administer your database management software as well. So in this next 2 3 days, you will gain plenty of practical experience, um, and also it includes hands-on exercises as well. Okay, so we will learn together. So right now I'm showing you the setup, how to install the Linux software, Linux operating system on a virtual box. And then I'll show you and walk you through the directory structures. What are the different directory structures it has, and in each directory what content it will have. So how you can use basic commands, where those basic commands resides actually. All I will discuss about. Okay. So, but yeah, why it is important for DBA learning the Linux? Why it is important for DBA? I told you, right? Not only Oracle, we also have Postgre, MySQL, and MongoDB. Different database softwares also chooses the Linux platform as their operating system, base operating system to run their database softwares. Because Linux servers are robust and widely utilized operating system for database administration because of its scalability, performance, and security features, and also it's open source in nature. So DBAs frequently work with Linux to manage various database systems, including MySQL, Postgre, MariaDB, and Oracle. If you see all the enterprises prefer Linux only, okay, for their performance, stability, and cost effectiveness. So they don't need to pay licenses, much licenses on this. So, and also Linux is lightweight and efficient, handling large workloads better than many other operating systems. Okay, if you run 24/7, 365 days, you won't see any issues with the Linux. If you configure properly, it will up and running. Okay, it is such a reliable system and robust as well. Okay, hardly you'll see issues with the Linux operating systems. It is very stable under heavy workloads also. That's why for the critical systems or high available databases, they choose the Linux platform only. And also in Linux machine, the CPU, memory, IO, all of those resources are fine graded for the resource management, which helps in turn to optimize the database performance as well. Yeah. As a DBA, you need to know like how to monitor the processors, CPU, memory, IO, all these stuffs. So I will teach you guys like how to use certain commands to monitor those resources in the operating system as well. So based on that, also you can tune your database instance, ensure that you have setting of optimal to use the resources that you have. And this is completely a command line, and you can also have a graphical interface also. Okay, but those most people loves to use the command line only. Okay, even you go to the graphical, you have to use the commands only. Okay, command you have to open the shell or like terminal to run your commands in it. So for especially Windows people, when you starting this Linux journey, it will be little difficult. You have to be a little patient in understanding each and everything. Once you start practicing, once you start memorizing these commands, nothing is difficult. Okay, you can also be more efficient in doing administrative stuffs in the Linux boxes within ease. But for some time, to you know transition yourself to operating system Windows to operating system Linux would take some time. You have to be a bit patient. Okay. Again, strong Linux knowledge can help resolve database issues faster. Even if you wanted to read a file, uh, a litlog file or trace files, and identify what is the or all these things will also help you to speed up your troubleshooting uh, you know um, techniques and troubleshooting speed also. Okay. As a DBA, I told you right, you often need to analyze disk space, process, memory, logs. So you can use certain commands to analyze those informations for your database also. Specific to database, you will have to look at where all your data files are existing and which mount point those are existing, and what is the space available on those mount points. Is there any additional space required? You need to request for the additional space. Okay, processes, whether my database instance is running or not, how to check those processes. I shown you that command, right? ps-ef grep ora. You will see all the Oracle related background processes running on your or Linux machine. And memory also, you can check memory information, vmstat or free-m. Just some commands will be there to check the memory. You can verify your memory usage. And Yeah, logs also. Yeah, you want to continuously monitor the logs, you can do that. And you want to specific errors that you want to monitor from the log, that also you can do that. Questions? Let's see whether our setup is ready. Yes, it's asking continue. Keyboard installation destination. Art- so this is automatic partition, it will do. Okay, you can add disk if you want. I'm just no creating an automatic partition. I don't want to. Okay, root password. You need to create a root password. Root is a super user on the Linux machine. So he's like an administrator on your Windows machine. Okay, so you need to create a password. By default, root user will be there on your system. You just need to create the password for it. Okay, done. And users we can create later. Okay, so for Oracle we need to create a Oracle user, or any other software you're installing, you can do that creation of users after the installation of operating system. Okay, so I already set the root user, so then now the installation will progress. I'm installing the 8.10 Red Hat Enterprise. While this installation is progressing, do you guys have any questions? Not on the Linux part, architecture. Rahul, do you have any questions, Raghu, on the architecture side?
Not right now, maybe.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I have one doubt, like whether this architecture will change as per the version that they're using.
Mm, this is a very base for everything. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So version to version, like 12C onwards, we have this multi-tenant. So that architecture was introduced, but on top of that multi-tenant, the same architecture remains. Okay. I will discuss about the multi-tenant architecture also while we are going through our installations. Okay, I'll show you how to create a container database, PDBs, pluggable databases. At that time, I will explain multi-tenant architecture also.
Okay.
Okay, let that installation go on. We'll talk about the next one, about the Linux directory structures. Okay, so you can see here on the right side. So this is how uh, every directory will start. Okay, so slash, you see, right, a black backslash. So that's the root directory. Okay, that's a root also we call. Okay, so that's a parent uh, for everything, parent directory for everything. Okay, so that's a parent directory for everything, and from there only all other directories will be started: slash bin, slash etc, slash home, slash opt, slash tmp, user, slash var. And these also will have us underlying subdirectories. Okay, slash user means like, slash user bin, slash user local. Subdirectories also will, it will have, but these are the main starting directories, I would say. Okay, and we have also other directories. I will talk about that in the coming slides. Okay, so let's understand first what is root. So this is the root. Okay, root user also we talked about, right? So this is the home for that particular root user. So that's a super user. Only root user will have access to slash mount point. Okay, so mount point, right? I'm talking a new word, mount point. Okay, what is that? So it is a um, mounting your directory. Okay, mounting your file, mounting your drive. So like, it is a plugging. Mounting is nothing but a plugging. Okay, so all your directory structure starts from your root mount. Okay, so once it is mounted, others directories can be visible. Okay, so every single file and directory starts from the root directory only. This is like a parent directory. Okay, so only root user will have a privilege to write under this directory. Okay, writing modification he can do only. Okay, only root user can do that. Okay, which is like an administrative user. And also this is a home per root user. Okay, slash is another, is a default home for a root user. Okay, so I will talk about what is a home and all, but for now, like, understand, let us understand each and every directory that we have by default on your Linux box. Okay, so you see slash bin. Okay, slash bin is for a binary or executable for programs. Okay, so you will have all binary executables here. Okay, and common Linux commands that you need to use in a single user mode are located under this directory, and also commands used by all the users of the systems are located here. So you will use a basic commands, right? Like, ls, ps, ping. Those basic commands I will teach you, but so all those commands also will be stored under the bin directory slash bin. Okay, the slash is nothing but root, bin is the directory. Okay, and so this will have all your basic commands: cd, ls, mv. So different commands will be there on Linux to do certain uh, file creations, file renaming, changing the directory. All this will be, those commands will be available here. Okay, and then coming to the slash etc. So what does slash etc have? So slash etc will have all the system configuration files. Okay, so contains the configuration files required by all the programs. Okay, for Oracle also you will have some configuration files under the slash etc only, or a tab, or some of the system related configurations, like, host slash etc host. Okay, where you can change your host name of your Linux machine. So that information also will be available here. Okay, so all basic configuration files will be available in this system configuration file. I'll show you what are the different types of configuration files will be available here. Okay, so you need to remember slash etc means it will have all the system configuration files. Whenever you wanted to modify or view any configuration file, you have to remember slash etc is the path. You immediately go to the slash etc and verify which configuration file that you wanted to modify or wanted to read. So you can go to the slash etc directory. um, you remember the slash bin slash etc. Bin is for the binary. All the binary executable programs will be there. Okay, it's like a program files in your Windows machine. And slash etc is like, system configuration files. And coming to the home directory is the default current directory. If a user created a home directory is created for that particular user. Okay. um, So home directories for all users to store their personal files. So for example, in Windows, once a user created, that particular user will have user data, right? It'll have downloads, it'll have documents, it'll have all home, right? Whatever information that particular user wants to store, he can store in those directories. So similarly, the default home directory will be available for any user we create on the Linux machine. Okay, so Linux is a multi-user. Okay, you can connect and create multiple users and connect at the same time with to your Linux machine. Okay, so every user will have one home directory by default to save his personal information. Okay, for example, a user Carl is created. So for Carl slash home slash Carl, that is the uh, home directory for Carl. Okay, for Justin slash home slash Justin, for Rahul slash home slash Rahul is the home directory. Okay, so by default, when you create a user, you will get a home directory to store your information. Slash opt, what is slash opt? You have optional and third party softwares. You can use this opt slash opt directory. Okay, opt stands for optional, contains add-on application from individual vendors. Add-on application should be installed under either slash opt or slash opt subdirectory. So under this slash opt, you can create a directory, or it will have a default directories. You can install those third-party softwares under this. For example, if you wanted to install a Nagios, okay, that is a monitoring tool software, you can install under the slash opt. You have another software, you can install that particular third-party software also under the slash opt. Okay, and temporary slash temporary. Okay, slash tmp, it is a temporary space typically cleared on reboot. Okay, so it's a very temporary space that you will get. Okay, here that contains temporary files created by the system and users. So files under this directory are deleted when system is rebooted. Okay, so this is a temporary directory. Any file you store in this will be deleted once the system is restarted. You just be careful. You don't need to store any important information in this slash temp. Any temporary that you wanted to have that temporarily, and then it can be cleared, then those files you can keep it in the slash temp. Okay, and then slash user, this is slash user. Okay, so slash user will have all user related programs. Okay, contains binaries, libraries, documentation, and source code for the second level programs. Okay, so slash user will have a subdirectories like slash user slash bin. Okay, which contains the binary files for the user programs. um, so you cannot directly go to the slash bin. Okay, you have to go through the slash user slash bin. Okay, slash bin, if you go, it will be the slash bin binary or executable programs. That's a different one. But slash user related binaries you wanted to check, it should be slash user slash bin. If you give only slash bin, it will be entire system level. You will be able to see those executables. But if you want to see user level, for a certain user, you have installed a program. So those program binaries will be available under the slash user slash bin. Okay. For example, you installed SCP. Okay. Secured copy. Okay. So that information related binaries will be available here. Okay. Certain tools. Okay. Those binaries also will be available under the slash user. And slash user will have a sbin also, slash sbin. Where is it? Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Slash user bin slash user sbin. Sbin contains a binary first for system administrator. Sbin means okay. So all the binaries it has under the sbin for the system administrator. If you can't find a system binary under sbin, you should look slash user slash sbin. So you'll be able to find, like, for example, you wanted to add a user. Okay, you will use certain commands, right? User add. Okay, those command binaries will be available under the slash user slash sbin. Whatever administrative activities you perform. Okay, for example, you uh, use cron, okay, which is like another task scheduler in Linux. Okay, so how you have a Windows task scheduler, Linux also will have a task scheduler which is called as a cron. Okay, you wanted to see cron or configure or update the cron, it should be available under the slash user slash sbin. Those binaries, cron binaries, okay, not the configuration files. All the configuration files will be available under the slash etc. Okay, and all your log files will be available under the slash var. Okay, all your log files will be available under the slash var. Var means variable files. Okay, var is nothing but variable files. Var stands for variable. So content of the files that are expected to grow can be found under this directory. Okay, so your log files and this includes, like, your system log files. So that will have a slash var slash log directory. So where you will find system directories. Okay, under the slash var you will also have a slash var slash log. Where is it? Okay. All your system logs will be available in this. Okay, and slash user slash bin slash user slash sbin. Okay, so user binaries will be there here, and system administrator binaries will be here. Whatever administrative tasks a system administrator perform, those administrative task binaries will be available here. Administrative commands binaries. Okay, like example user add. Okay, and what is that, ssht. Okay, and all no all administrative you know commands will be available here. Okay, bin, all binaries like normal commands, system level, ls, mv, cp, cd, all basic commands that you use with any user. Those commands will be available here. So these commands will be used by the system administrator when he has only that person will have a privilege to use his system admin commands. So those binaries will be available under the slash user slash sbin. Okay, What else? Where also we talk about it, right? Okay. Anything else we left here? These are very important and basic directories. So everything is starts from slash. Okay, slash is parent directory. Under that slash, you will have other directories that integrated. Okay. So we have other directories also. Slash boot. It contains all boot related, your operating system boot related information files and folders, such as conf, grub, etc. All files will be available under slash boot. Okay, grub loader, all those operating system related booting files will be under the slash boot. You will also in Windows operating system booting file directory will be there right now. All boot related files will be existing in one folder. Similarly, here slash boot is the folder or directory. You will have all that information. Slash dev. So what is slash dev? So it is a location of the device file, such as if you wanted to add a hard drive, okay, additional hard drive. So those devices, if you are adding new storage, okay, device, under the device you will have to add that you are having USB, okay, external storage. You can keep that under the device files. Okay, for that we will use slash dev. And then library slash lib. It contains kernel modules and shared libraries. Okay, basically this lib the files that supports the binaries located under the bin and sbin. Okay, so you will have a kernel modules. Those informations will be available in the library. So entire Linux machine runs with the kernel only. Kernel is the core heart of the Linux operating system. So those kernel related modules and shared library information will be available under the library path. So lost found is the directory where you can find recovered bits of corrupted files. Any corruption with the files, those bits will be available in this lost plus found directory. Okay. So slash media again, any removable media, your ISO, like you wanted to add a drive, like floppy drive, CD drive. So those removable media devices are inserted slash media. Okay. Slash mount MNT. So it is a mounting directory. Okay. So temporary mount directory where system administrator can mount a file system. Okay. So this will be used by the system administrator who will mount the file systems using the slash MNT. Okay. Then slash proc. It's a virtual and sudo file system it contains information about the running processes with the specific PID or specific process ID, I would say. Okay, PID is nothing but process ID. So it will have all the processes running on your Linux machine. Those processes information this slash proc will have. So all the system processes information will have. This is a virtual file system again, with the text information about system resources. Okay, for example, you wanted to check the uptime of your Linux machine. You can simply give a slash proc slash uptime. You will get an uptime. Okay, all system processes running under the Linux machine, all that processes information you can see under the slash proc. Okay. Then I talked about the sbin uh, slash run. It stores the volatile runtime data. Okay. So you don't need to memorize all these mount points. Okay. You need to just these mount points are very important. Okay, these 7 mount points are important to memorize. These are all you can, you don't need to memorize, but you just need to know what are those. Okay, so as been I talked about binary executable programs for administrator. All administrator binary executables will be available here. Slash srv, it contains server specific and server related files. Okay, srv stands out for server, so all server related files will be available under the slash srv. Okay, server data basically. Okay, so all that information will be available here and the slash srv. Okay, the next one is slash sys. So sys will have all uh, you know it's again another virtual file system in the modern Linux distributions to store and allow modifications of devices connected to the system. Okay, so this sys mount point we will use it for storing the uh, storing devices basically. Okay, devices here, like you will have input output devices, right? All which are connected to your Linux system. Those devices related information will be available here under the slash system. Let us see, whether our installation is completed or not. I think yes, it's completed. I will show you guys how each and every directory looks like here. I'm rebooting it. The installation is done. Whatever the mount points we have discussed, right, I will show you those mount points on the Linux machine. By default all of them will be created. Any questions so far? Yes. License information. Okay, I need to accept this. Okay, done. And finish configuration. Your Linux box is ready now. This is how it looks after you installing the Linux operating system. So It'll ask for privacy, location services. I will turn off this. Okay, it is asking me name, username. It'll set up a enterprise login. Okay, and password for my user. I'm just giving some default passwords. Okay, simple passwords to remember. Okay, for testing purpose only we are doing it, right? So that's why I'm giving simple passwords, but that is not a best practice. Okay, so start using Red Hat Enterprise. Still loading, I guess. Yeah. Okay, your system is ready, and it is asking for the system is not registered. Please register your system to receive software updates. So let's look at this. So I told you, right? You need to register your system with the enterprise user credentials that you have created for downloading this software. So same details you need to give here. You'll be seeing settings. So this is like completely a GUI. You can see here. Here with this register, you can give a Red Hat account details. Okay, your login ID. I have Shrikant. Let me see. Okay, failed to register. Name or server is not known. Mm-mm. For registering this, we need to have internet also. We'll have to look at that. We'll do that registration later. Okay. So this is the terminal you can see here. Okay. Till this point, like you will be able to do perform everything with a GUI based only. Okay. This is like settings, how it looks. The settings on your Android phone. The similarly you can also open the settings softwares everything here. And this is a terminal. This is how it looks. Okay, so let's check what is IP it was assigned with. Okay, is there any IP address? No IP, no IP, no IP, no IP. Okay, 192.168.122.1. This is a IPv6 address it is giving. Okay, let's see. NS lookup. I don't think I have an internet to this system. Anyways, I will show you once I enable that internet to this. To do that, I think we need to change the settings of setting network adapter to bridge. Then OK. You need to restart also, reboot. To get that affected, you need to reboot it. So it is getting rebooted. Opening the terminal again. Sorry. Okay. Not it is saying. I will work it out on this system part. I'll let you know how to enable an IP and get your internet, host internet. There's the same next virtual machine also. I'll let you know. For now, I'll show you directory structures. Okay, this is PWD, so present working directory. So now I told you, right, I've created a user Sri, so it'll have a home directory slash home slash Sri. Okay, so by default it will be created. So you can switch user su hyphen root. I'm switching the to the administrator user. Okay, now I'm with administrator user. Let's see what is the path slash root. So this is a home directory for the root user slash root. Okay, now you can see all other directories ls. Okay, this is a files which are under the slash localhost. Yeah, you can see here, right? um, lsf and ltr I have given listing all the directories with the attributes and folders also. So you can see srv where you will have all your server related information. cd srv. Let's see what it has. So nothing is there at this moment. Cd means it will take you to the home path, and sbin user bin. Let's check it out what this has been have. Slash user slash sbin. I don't think it'll have anything now. Okay, it has files. Okay, system administrator bin. So IP tables. So some commands will be there. IP address, IP config, and all command related binaries will be available here in this particular sbin. Whatever system administrator uses commands, those commands related binaries will be available in this sbin. Okay, let's see. What else we have? Yeah, bin dev home mount proc run srv slash tmp slash var slash boot slash etc slash lib media opt root has been sys user. All these mount points, sorry, all these directories will be available under the slash. Okay, this is a slash root directory. So under the root directory, these are all the directories that we talked about are available here. Okay, so each directory will have its own purpose to store certain informations. So it will be useful for that system to run certain commands, certain system related server related information to store, logs to store, media to mount, media to plug, and boot is to store all bootable boot information. Bin is to store all binary. Let's see, bin, simple bin, like simply bin. Okay, slash bin So it'll have all the commands information. I told you, right? All the commands, binary information will be available here. Whatever you execute command from your user, that information will be available here. So many commands. These many commands are there. cd is also one of the command. So that information also available in the bin directory. So these are all commands only. Firewall command, firewall offline command, systemctl. So many commands you execute. See here, systemctl is here. So many commands, information, binary information are available in the slash binary. These commands with any user you can execute, but sbin only system admin can execute and run those commands. If you wanted to execute those commands, you need to have a sudo over permission. Okay, so again cd slash, yeah. So this is the directory structure in the Linux. By default, all these directories will be created when you install the Linux operating system. So each directory will have its own purpose to store certain information to use it for the Linux server. You got it? Any questions at this point? If no questions, we'll start practicing the basic commands tomorrow onwards. Okay, I will teach you what are the different basic commands that as a DBA we need to learn and memorize. So I will explain those commands and also how to install packages, how to uninstall package using yum or DNF, RPM packages. So we can learn that also, because while installing the Oracle database software, you need to do installation of a lot of packages. You need to really understand how to install those packages, and also creating a directories. You need to create certain directories for your Oracle database software to install. So how do you create directories? How do you give privileges to those directories? How do you uh, unzip a compressed file? How do you tar and tar particular files? So basically you will be downloaded a tar file or a zip file from the Oracle site. So how do you install that particular Oracle DBMS software file on your Linux machine? So what kind of steps we have to do? So, and also absolute path, relative path. What are those? What is the difference? Absolute path, the relative path. We will discuss tomorrow. Okay, and I'll give you a complete document. Today we will share you this links also to download these softwares. Okay, so I will give you a running notes or complete documents that I have prepared for the Linux commands, Linux topics. So I will share that also with you people. That's all for today. We will have further conversation tomorrow. Any questions before we wind off? Okay, I take the silence
All
as
good.
good. All good. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thanks for that response, Jesse. All right, we will connect on the further topics tomorrow, and I will walk you guys through those things. Okay. Thank you all. Thanks for joining today. Have a great rest of the day. Good night and good
Mhm.
morning to you.
Thank you.